This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Oakland Raiders. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right. The 20.
On the double. 50. Let's go. Come on. 36. 36.
Here's Long, throwing on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Switch.
2nd and 4. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
25. Check 25. Check 25. Off.
Operating from the gun. Long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Wahoo! White. Express.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Here we go. Here we go. Now, you ready? Ready, nine. Hey. Four down. That's right. Go. Check. Express. Motion.
A first down carry for Davis. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Here's Davis now. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Down. 180. Tight end right. Everyone's got four down.
Carr now on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now. 180. Hey, we're good. 280. 4 down. Slam.
On the draw, this is Davis. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Right now. 180. 93. Hey, shoot. Express.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Jason Garrett sends in his field goal unit. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to lead. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 54 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got his big tight end, Fant. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yep. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Tighten up. Pull together.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Go! Let's go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Down!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, Steve 6.
Now Carr. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. Going to throw right side here, complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the run, watch the run. Go, go. Rush in.
From the gun, long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
93. Express. Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
49. Check 49. Check
49. 29.
They keep it with Davis on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 99. Check the backer. Check the backer.
General West.
Express.
On second down now. It's Davis, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Mike. Down. 180. One pass. Here we go. That's it. 50. Down to lose 1. That's it.
Play action. Now it's Carr. It's complete to Diggs.
Carr's pass complete to Stephon Diggs. At the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check 52. Spot. No. Kill. Shit. Later 8. Shit.
Now Davis. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Hey, Haywood.
After the penalty, it's Davis. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
7:34. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. Here we go.
Shotgun now for Carr. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Arnie. Check 9, check 9.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. On first down, Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Now the Wolf. Hayward. Bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Check 4, check 4.
Long now. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Check 24.
To throw is long. Operating from the gun. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Right now. 180.
Ready? Tight end right.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Keep playing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Quick the edge, quick the edge. Come.
Express.
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Here's Carr. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Carr. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 35. Well, the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Switch. Hey, Raider 1. 93. Watch twitch.
They'll run with Davis. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Davis. He'll have another first down and more. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That good for 22 and a first down.
Right now. Ready?
Go. Tie it on Lucy.
734.
Check. 3 down. Check 13. Check
13.
Check 43.
What's up?
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check, 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 check. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Lucky.
It's Davis on the counter, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And to give this time to the tailback. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 50, check 50. Shift. Topper.
Express.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 637. What's he do? Watch the twist. Watch the twist. He's checking. Crash.
They'll run on first down. It's Davis. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Second and 5 now. Carr, they'll set up the screen with Davis. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Get him all. West. 51, Mike. Echo. You get blocked, Lee. Take off.
Looking to throw. Long. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Again, it's Davis. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Wide, get wide. Slam. Under 10, 10.
Now it's Davis. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 2nd down, Davis. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
36. Switch.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Express. '93.
Smooth. Don't get nervous. Check Mike 99. Bring it.
280.
Check Mike 99.
Throwing now is Carr. This one caught by Davis. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Carr now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
29. Twist. White Monday down.
Slam.
Here's Davis running right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll run it again here with Davis. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Carr. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
It's first. No. Hey, Delta.
Watch out. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On first down, it's Davis. He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And this one is right through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score.